Hey, it's Chris again. Some more divorced dad thoughts. I've got the Sirius Sinatra radio station playing in the background, which makes me think that as you get older, you start listening to music that you never would have caught yourself listening to when you were younger. And, well, part of it is you just enjoy real music and real talent, but the other part is I think you start listening to stuff just to drive your kids insane. You know, there are some things that you just got to play at top volume when you're dropping them off at school or picking them up, just to embarrass the hell out of them. Eventually they'll start singing along with this crap that you like, or they'll start having better taste in music, or in my case, my mother listened to a little bit of everything, and my music taste is eclectic. Tupac, Phil Collins, Kenny Chesney, a little Mozart here and there. Sinatra, Patsy Cline, a little Blink 182, a few rock bands here and there, but nothing screaming. If I can't understand the lyrics after 3 or 4 times listening to it, it's not for me. Same thing with my rap music. No mumble rap. I don't know why that's even considered art, but it's just a form of garbage in my opinion. It's not for me. But I like a lot of rap music, old school rap for sure. Some of the new stuff, a little country rap here and there. But you pick up some genres of music that will just drive your kids batshit crazy. And then again, your kids' music will drive you batshit crazy. I've watched a few award shows going, what the hell is this? So, as parents, it's our job to introduce the kids to new music and good music, but also to embarrass the hell out of them in front of their friends. Especially when we can call out something that we love that they love, but they're embarrassed for the friends to see. Once their friends are in the car, I'm putting it on just to embarrass my own kid. You can ask them. I did it their whole lives. The grandbaby, on the other hand, they're both young enough they haven't figured out that I'm full of shit yet. But they will in time. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. Now on to a totally different, little more serious topic. We had a scare this week. My best friend got sick, and we thought maybe it was time. He's 9 years old. He's got seizures. He's been on medication for 6 years for those seizures, and his breed is supposed to live 10 to 14 years. I thought maybe it was time, and I cried. At one point, we went out to a restaurant when we got the news from the VCA hospital that it wasn't good. I'm trying to pay the bill. The waitress is asking if everything's all right. Pretty soon, I'm crying. My wife's crying. The waitress is crying. Felt pretty bad about the whole deal, but, what are you going to do in the moment when you find out, your dog is not doing well? And that was the case. We got him home. Thought we would make it through a day or so with him, and we actually arranged for a company to come to the house and, just gently put him to rest. And it was a Thursday, and it was set to happen at 5:30 at night. And that day, he kind of got up and walked around a little bit more. And there was something about the guy that was coming to the house that my wife just didn't like. And she said, I think I'm going to postpone this because the other company can make it here tomorrow. And I said, yes. So she canceled it. That night, the dog's up, walking around, trying to eat. And one of our daughters jokes that he heard us talking about putting him down, and he looked around and said, are they talking about me? I'll get up right now. And he did. The next day, he's up, he's eating, going about his business, wants to go for walks. wants to go for a Jeep ride. He's not 100%, but he's back. But for a full week, I was a wreck. I thought for sure I was losing him, and we actually scheduled to have him put to sleep. And yeah, it's been, that was last Thursday. Today's Monday. He's about 80% of normal. He did have a small seizure while he was at the VCA hospital. So I don't think he's ever going to completely bounce back. But, man, he's just a good dog. And, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a whole different world once he's gone. And I've thought about it because he's getting older, but I'm just not ready for it. I thought I would be, but I'm not. And I've talked about this before. Everybody with their pets, if they're animal people. Some people are not. Some people are just like, whatever. It's a burden or whatever the case is. But some people make their pets their family. And how long you keep them alive and comfortable, and how much money you spend on them is up to the individual. There's no set right or wrong. The only place where there is a right or wrong that my wife and I agree upon is if my dog is in any kind of pain, I'm not going to keep him alive so that I feel better. And that's where we draw the line. And right now he doesn't seem to be in pain, and I don't know if I have another week or another year with him. I'm taking it. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Last couple months, I had parents sick. One got healthy, another one got sick. That one got healthy. The first one got sick again, then healthy. Then my mother got sick. Now she's okay. I'm waiting for her to be completely healthy. And then my dog gets sick. So now he seems a little bit better, and I'm done with all of this scares and anxious feelings. But yeah, it makes us stronger. And back to a Devore Dad thought, my granddaughter was over the day that my dog was supposed to be put down, and she's telling me, she said, Pop, I don't want Marcellus to die. I said, neither do I, but when it comes down to it, if he's in pain, we don't want to make him suffer. And she agreed, and she's a little teary-eyed, a little crying, and she's still talking to me, and I'm trying to explain it to her the best I can. And then she says, with a very stern face, went from pretty much tears to, hey, where are you going to bury him at? So, yeah, kids bounce back pretty quickly. So, don't be afraid to tell the kids the truth. There's some things you want to cover the softer points and you don't want to get so technical, but talk to your kids like they're humans. And you don't need to be blunt with them, but be honest with them. You don't got to talk down to them. You don't got to tell them wicked stories. You cross the hurdles the way you see fit, but remember, they're going to be grown-ups one day, and they look at you as their heroes, so they want the truth. So that's the end of my Devore Dad thoughts. Yeah, I'm happy my dog's alive and healthy, and so are my kids and my grandkids, and even though they're spread out and I don't get to see them much, I'm thankful for it. It's this last couple of months have opened up more and more chances for me to actually talk to God. I'm not good at it. I'm not real sure what I'm doing, but I've been doing it and it feels better. So we'll touch on that some more another day. Hug your kids. Have a good day.